You are working 40 hours a week, or perhaps even more. You receive your paycheck, and you pay your basic bills. Yet somehow by the end of the month, you are looking at your bank account and wondering where it all went. It feels like your money is just vanishing into thin air. As we move through 2026, the cost of living has reached a point where the average household feels like it is constantly underwater. In the United States alone, the average household is now carrying over $10,000 in credit card debt. We are living in a cycle of financial exhaustion. We see people on social media showing off their new cars and luxury vacations while they are secretly drowning in interest payments. But there is another way to live. In Japan, there is a concept called quiet wealth. It is invisible, and it is built through small and disciplined habits that have survived for centuries. Japan has one of the highest numbers of millionaires per capita in the world. But you would never know it because they do not feel the need to flex. They have mastered the art of building a fortune without the stress of comparison. Today, I am going to share 9 Japanese habits that will help you stop the financial bleeding and start building a foundation that will last for generations. If you are tired of the loud and broke lifestyle and you want to reclaim your financial freedom, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Your support helps us bring more deep dive financial strategies like this to you. Also, leave a comment below with the word wealth if you are ready to make a change this year. Let us begin with the first habit that serves as the foundation for everything else. Number 1 is Kakeibo, which is the Mindful Money Journal. This practice has been around since 1904, and it is far more powerful than any budgeting app on your phone. Most Americans have no idea where their money actually goes. They swipe their cards, and they forget about the transaction 10 seconds later. Kakeibo forces you to face the truth by writing down every single expense by hand in a physical notebook. There is a psychological connection between your brain and your hand that does not exist when you are just clicking buttons on a screen. When you write it down, you feel it. You divide your spending into 4 simple categories. The first is survival, which covers your rent and your groceries. The second is optional, which includes things like that streaming service you never watch or those takeout meals. The third is culture, which covers books and experiences that actually grow your mind. And the fourth is extra, which represents those random impulse purchases that you often regret later. Kakeibo asks you 4 critical questions every week. How much money do I have? How much do I want to save? How much am I actually spending? And most importantly, how can I improve next month? Studies have shown that people who use this manual method save up to 20% more than those who do not, because it creates instant awareness of where the leaks are. It helps you identify the subscription vampires that are sucking $10 or $15 out of your account every single month for things you do not even use. By the end of the first month, you will see your financial life with perfect clarity. Number 2 is mottainai, which is the art of no waste. In our modern culture, we have become incredibly comfortable with throwing things away. In the United States, we waste nearly 40% of the food we buy, which translates to thousands of dollars burned every single year per household. The Japanese believe that every object has a spirit, and that wasting a resource is a sign of disrespect to the work that went into creating it. Mottainai is about more than just recycling. It is a financial strategy. Every grain of rice and every dollar matters. Think about the items in your house that you bought and never used. Think about the clothes with tags still on them in your closet. That is not just clutter. It is your hard-earned money sitting there doing nothing. The Matanai mindset encourages you to buy high-quality items that last and to use them until they are completely exhausted. It teaches you to maintain what you have instead of constantly seeking the next version of a product. When you stop wasting food and you stop buying disposable items, you will find that hundreds of dollars start staying in your pocket every month. Number 3 is Kaizen, which means continuous small improvement. Most people fail at their financial goals because they try to change everything at once. They decide to save $1,000 a month when they are currently saving $0, and they burn out by the second week. The Japanese approach is different. You aim to get just 1% better every single day. If you improve your finances by 1% every day, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. This is the power of compounding. In 2026, this means finding one small thing to optimize today. Maybe you cancel one subscription that costs $10. Maybe you decide to bring your lunch to work just one day a week. These small wins build momentum. Applied to debt, this is where you use the debt avalanche method. You focus all your extra energy on the debt with the highest interest rate while maintaining the minimums on everything else. You do not need a miracle to become wealthy. You just need a series of tiny and consistent improvements. Number 4 is Ikigai, which is your purpose-driven work. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke is because they hate their jobs. When you are stressed and unfulfilled from 9 to 5, you use money to cope. This is called retail therapy or coping spending. You buy things on the weekend to numb the pain of knowing that Monday is coming. You go on expensive vacations to escape a life that you do not enjoy. The Japanese concept of ikigai is the intersection of what you love and what you are good at, and what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. When you find your ikigai, you stop needing to spend money on distractions. Fulfillment is much cheaper than constant consumption. A person who loves their work does not need to buy a new car every 2 years to feel successful. They find satisfaction in the process of creation and contribution. Ask yourself if your current spending is just a band-aid for an unhappy career. If it is, then the best investment you can make is not in a stock, but in finding work that aligns with your purpose. Number 5 is wabi-sabi, which is embracing imperfection. We live in a world of filtered lives and social media perfection. This creates a constant feeling of inadequacy. We see a neighbor with a brand new kitchen, and suddenly our perfectly functional kitchen feels like a disaster. Wabi-sabi teaches us to find beauty in things that are imperfect and aged. A scratch on a wooden table is not a flaw. It is a memory. An older car that is well maintained is a reliable friend, not an embarrassment. When you embrace wabi-sabi, you stop chasing the impossible standard of Instagram perfection. Comparison is the thief of contentment, and it is also the biggest driver of debt. When you are content with what you have, you stop spending money to impress people who are not even paying attention. Contentment is the ultimate foundation of wealth because it allows you to keep more of what you earn. Number 6 is hara hachi bu, which is the 80% rule. This originated in Okinawa, where people regularly live past 100 years. It means eating until you are only 80% full. But this principle can be applied directly to your finances. Most people live at 100% of their income, or even 110% by using credit cards. This leaves zero room for error and zero room for growth. Financial hara-hachi-bu means learning to live on 80% of what you earn and leaving the other 20% untouched. That 20% gap is where your freedom lives. If you can automate that 20% to go directly into an index fund or a retirement account, you are building wealth while you sleep. In 2026, with lattes costing $7 and rent reaching record highs, this might feel difficult. But it is about adjusting your lifestyle until that 20% gap is created. Even if you have to start with 85% or 90%, the goal is to never spend everything you have. Remember that the person who earns $50,000 and saves $10,000 is wealthier than the person who earns $100,000 and saves nothing. Number 7 is gammon, which is endurance and self-discipline. We live in a culture of instant gratification. Amazon can deliver to your door in 2 hours. You can get a loan in 30 seconds. Everything is designed to eliminate your ability to wait. Gammon is the Japanese virtue of enduring difficulty with patience and dignity. In your finances, this means the ability to sit with a desire without acting on it immediately. Practice the 30-day rule. If you see something you want, wait 30 days before buying it. 90% of the time, the desire will vanish, and you will realize you did not actually need it. The ability to delay gratification is the single greatest predictor of financial success. It is the discipline to stay the course when the market is down, and the patience to let your investments compound over decades. Discomfort is temporary, but debt is permanent. Strengthen your gammon muscle every day by saying no to small impulses so you can say yes to big dreams later. Number 8 is kintsukuroi, which is repairing with gold. When a piece of pottery breaks in Japan, they do not throw it away. They repair the cracks with gold lacquer, making the object stronger and more beautiful than it was before. This is a powerful metaphor for our financial lives. When something breaks in your house, your first instinct should be to repair it, not replace it. In the United States, we have become a replacement society. We throw away appliances and electronics and clothes the moment they show a sign of wear. This is an enormous drain on your wealth. By learning basic repair skills or supporting local craftsmen, you can extend the life of your possessions by years. This also applies to your financial mistakes. If you have made bad choices in the past and you are sitting on $10,000 of debt, do not give up. Repair your financial life with the gold of discipline and knowledge. Your journey from debt to wealth will make your story more valuable and your character stronger. The cracks in your past do not define you. They are part of your history. Number 9 is shikata ga nai, which means it cannot be helped. This is about strategic acceptance. Many people waste huge amounts of mental energy worrying about things they cannot control. They worry about the global economy, or the national debt, or what the Federal Reserve will do with interest rates. This stress leads to paralysis, or worse, it leads to emotional spending to cope with the anxiety. Shikata ga nai teaches us to accept the things we cannot change, so we can pour all our energy into the things we can. You cannot control the inflation rate, but you can control your grocery budget. You cannot control the stock market, but you can control your savings rate. Focus only on your own habits and your own choices. When you release the weight of the world, you find the clarity to build your own empire. Make a list of your financial worries and cross out everything that is outside of your direct control. Then take the remaining items and create an action plan. This is how you move from being a victim of the economy to being the architect of your own future. As we look at these 9 habits together, you can see that they form a complete ecosystem for a quiet and powerful wealth. Kakeibo gives you the awareness. Motainai and kintsukuroi eliminate the waste. Kaizen and Gamen provide the growth and discipline. Ikigai and wabi-sabi provide the contentment that makes the journey sustainable. And hara-hachi-bu ensures that you are always building for the future. Finally, shikata ga nai keeps your mind clear and focused on what matters. The year 2026 can be the year you stop running on the financial hamster wheel. You do not need to earn $1 million a year to be wealthy. You just need to change the way you relate to the money you already have. I want to challenge you to pick just one of these habits to start tonight. Buy a small notebook for your Kakeibo journal. Or go through your bank statement and cancel one subscription vampire. Start so small that it is impossible to fail. If you found value in this breakdown, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm show this content to more people who are struggling with their finances. And if you have not already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a deep dive into these life-changing strategies. Tell me in the comments which of these 9 habits you are going to try first. Is it the 80% rule or the 30-day waiting period? I read every comment and I love hearing your stories of progress. Thank you for watching, and remember that true wealth is built in silence and sustained with discipline. Take control of your habits, and you will take control of your life. I will see you in the next video. Stay disciplined and stay focused.